Transboundaries coming soon to a state near you. The declaration of the Rio for the new American metropolitans in order to participate in the Rio de Janeiro Forum 3, reaffirming the Declaration of the United Nations Conference on the Human Environmental adopted at Stockholm on June 16th. This is from June 1992. Is seeking to build upon with the goal of establishing a new and equitable global partnership through the creation of new levels of cooperation among states, key sectors of societies, and peoples, working towards international agreements. I thought that said biomathematics, with which respect to the interest of all and to protect the integrity of the global environmental and developmental systems, recognizing the integral and interdependent, I can't read through this camera, nature of the earth, our home, proclaims that principle 1, human beings are at the center of concerns for sustainable development. They are entitled to a healthy and productive life in harmony with nature. Principle 2, states have, in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations and the principles of international law, the sovereign right to exploit their own resources pursuant to their own environmental and developmental policies, and the responsibility to ensure the activities within their jurisdiction or state or control do not cause damage to the environments of other states or other areas beyond the limits of national jurisdiction. 3, the right to development must be fulfilled so as to equitably meet developmental and environmental needs of present and future generations. 4, in order to achieve sustainable development, environmental protections shall constitute an integral part of the developmental process and cannot be considered in isolation from it. What? You're putting people in isolation. Principio number 5, written in ink, all states and all people shall cooperate in the essential task of being essential people, of eradicating your poverty as an indispensable requirement for sustainable development in order to decrease the disparities in standards of living and better meet the needs of the majority of the people of the world. Did you understand? I'm not going to read all of these because there's 27 of them. And there's 27 amendments, but these aren't amendments. And I want to pay attention to this one right here, which was Principle 19, covert. States shall provide prior and timely notification and relevant information to potentially affected states on activities that may have a significant adverse transboundary environmental effect, and shall consult with those states at an early stage and in good faith. Is that the state and state to the state before the state does the due diligence of the right to give prior notice timely to the state of people to whom inhabit the state? I don't know, guys, what this is, but let me give y'all some pictures. So whatever, this is not the best video for pictures. National authorities should endeavor to promote the hold on, internalization of environmental costs and the use of economic instruments taking into account the approach that the polluter should in principle bear the cost of pollution with due regard to the public interest and without distorting international trade and investment. But that word says internalization. Intern. That's what they are starting to use for the replacement of Slavic turn. What does that say for peers and youth? Pyramids, the creativity, ideals, and courage of the youth of the world should be mobilized to forge global partnership to achieve sustainable development and ensure future better for all. What? As you rip away jobs. Oppression. The environment and natural resources of people under oppression, domination, and occupation shall be protected. Domination? What is you protecting if they're already dominated? Right? Shall be protected. If they're already in domination, then aren't they already protected? And it's oppression or suppression. Which one is worse? Like supreme and superior. Which one is the bigger? And then where is the whole Supreme Court of the land on the land at? If DC is the United States capital, then how do the states each have capital? I'm not understanding. Where do we stand in the fulfillment of embodied, embedded declarations and shit? Anyways, there's my other sharement today.